Hello YouTubers, this is Travis. Glad to have you. We're back for another best of 3 traditional draft on MTG Arena of Innistrad Midnight Hunt. You ever have a draft deck where after pack 1 you're absolutely certain what 2 colors you're in and there's no way you'd ever switch? Certainly not for any particular card ever. There's nothing you could open. It's just that firm and good. Yeah, me neither. I hope you enjoy today's draft. But like, it's never too late to ask limited questions, Greendale human being. You go right ahead. You got one? You hit me with it. I can probably answer a question while I'm doing a draft. This pack's kind of not great. I think I could actually justify the Evolving Wilds here. So I think it's Burly Breaker, Corpse Cobble, or Evolving Wilds. It's way too early for the Veteran Hunter. You can pick those when there's like 5 cards left. How do you know when to draft multiples of a given card? I often feel as if I overvalue some cards and end up drafting too many of them. I think the upside on Corpse Cobble is kind of the biggest thing here. My experience has been with it that it's a playable card, and if it shows up late, I'm pretty happy to run it. And if it doesn't, I'm not going to miss it that much. I will answer that question, Greendale. We could talk about Champion of the Perished. I don't think I'm opposed to that. We can give him a go. If it doesn't work out, I'll move off of it pretty quickly. So I think that the question is, I don't think it matters whether you have multiples of a particular card or not. I think it matters, is the card good enough that you'd want multiples, right? So let's take something like Tavern Ruffian. This is pretty much a filler creature in this set. It's fine. It's not bad. Having multiples is kind of irrelevant. But if we start looking at a card that's actually really good, like Revenge of the Drowned, having multiples of that is desirable. So I would say when it's a high premium pick, getting multiples of them is good. Okay. Yoinks. This is way better than the Blade Scab for this deck. So like multiples of an Arrogant Outlaw, not particularly useful. It's fine, but like this is an okay card. But like cards that you've built a strategy around or that are just solid removal, those are ones that you'd want multiples of. What would be an example of a card that you end up with too many copies of, Greendale?
Is in first grade now.
Thank you for the resub, Scott. I hope you enjoyed your concert, Techno Shaman. I like Rise of the Ants, but I think we're just in this now. Too many good removal spells is usually not suboptimal. You just have to play a little differently, right? Like, say you get a ton of good removal, all of a sudden your Doom Blades have to go in your 2-drop slot. Nice, Techno. You just have to play them different. Why, for the glory of Satan, of course. All right. I thought I was getting a little too excited, but this looks like a really good start to Blue-Black Zombies. And yeah, I'm down. Let's do it. I want both of these. Yeah, I think it's the Revenge, but I want the Zombie too. Likely to play No Way Out. I've been relatively happy with that. This guy's fine too. Get my wilds here. I almost first picked that. That's funny. But we just kind of want as many cards as we can get that make zombie tokens. So No Way Out is almost assuredly in here. I'd like to pass all of this to signal that we're not in that. Was there somebody that wanted to fire a teacher for Iron Maiden merch? What? People in London can't hate Iron Maiden. That's just not acceptable. Well, okay, maybe there is something there. Corpse Cobble. Yeah, I suppose a card that's particularly narrow. This is a nice easy pick, so we don't have to think about it. This is way better than the Hoarder. This card is requiring a narrow situation, right? It's requiring a situation where you've got things that you want to sacrifice to make a big zombie ball. So I would think of how narrow is the card. Is it just good or is it narrow? Right? Like you really can't have the limit on how many obsessive astronomers you can have is how many 2-drops do you want to play. That's it. Right? It's kind of same thing with Siege Zombie. Whereas Corpse Cobble, you probably do only want one. It's a narrow effect that you don't really want to bump into very often. Pardon me? And sometimes you switch into green for pack 2. I think. These are the cards I know we're playing. I really want to be green-blue so I can still play the Stowaway. It's really good. And I think I can still do that. If I put it somewhere like this is not terrible. That was weird. Like, here's a Grave Titan. Oh. Yeah, we got some playables in here if I need to. I don't really want to main deck a Candle Guide again or whatever, but we can. Like, this is enough green to make a deck. See, this is why I got mad at people calling Diregraph Horde Grave Titan, because this card's in the set. Like, have some respect. Thank you, John. I concur. We've got a nice splash set up here. We've got an incredibly good splash set up here, and green's open enough that I can find more of that if I need it. Not much here, though, other than another revenge, which is fine. I like revenge. I think it's okay to lose that many picks in Modern Limited, because we're going to get a playable DAG. You can't really have an unplayable DAG, you know? Oregon Hoarder I like. Well, we've got enough interaction. Another removal spell would be swell, but I don't feel like I have to have it. How much flashback do we have? Not enough for me to be going this nuts over tapping at the windows. I'd probably play another Pestilent Wolf. That's a fine enough time to take one. I'll play all of these we get. Make the Scab Wrangler do something. We could duel if we wanna. This is a spot, like, who was it that asked me about Flip the Switch before? This is a spot where it's really interesting to think about. Because we've got the Scab Wrangler, but we don't have much else to do with them. And we've already got lots of ways to make tokens for that, so I don't think I want Flip the Switch. I think I'd rather have the duel. Because our creature count's fine, right? We're at 10 creatures with a couple bad... Okay, never mind. I should have taken it. Oh, I didn't know we were going to get 2 Scab Wranglers. It's pretty dumb. And a Larder Zombie. Okay. We're good to go. What are the chances we splash for a Diagraph Rebirth? I could see a grinding matchup where I want to, and I've got enough playables now. Yeah, it'd be kind of weird if they killed a Grave Titan. If it wasn't good enough to win the game, it's probably not good enough to win the game the second time, but... So I've got to play like 4 additional cards. I think I can get behind that. All right, so we got to play 4 more cards. What do we want here? I kind of halfway dig the idea of the reanimation spell. Is that crazy? Because it seems like it'd be real easy to fit in here. I don't have quite enough mill to be sure that I want it. Like, I could throw this in. Throw in the rebirth. But almost a candle guide would be fine. If I'm playing the candle, do we want to pass through the festival too? That's another fun thing to mill. I don't have that much mill though. It's bright. Like it's just the larder zombie and one farmer. Maybe I would have liked a tapping at the door now that I'm getting through this and really looking at it more. Yeah, I feel like this is almost too much fixing, but I think I can get happy with this build. It does, so we've got some stuff going there, right? Like that's a little bit of mill. So like there's a chance we could cheat out the Hunt Master. Chance we could get it back if they've messed it up. I think I'm all right with this. Let's give it a go. Let's see if there's anything here. No, there was still enough black that we could have kept playing it, especially in pack 3. I think this is better though. By a good bit. Do we want a farmer? Yeah, I don't mind a farmer. Might be a little bit before we actually start farming. I will. I don't want to draw that. Get in the graveyard for Delirium. Cool. I hadn't noticed that, Jank. That is pretty funny. Kind of want it to be nighttime, yo. I guess it doesn't matter if they're going to throw their dudes away. This card's pretty good. And I got it passed to me. Can you believe that? Okay, so X2s would be better not to play, but it's not like I can cut them all, right? Like, I've got too many good X2s. But they got a lot of good early game. Get your stuff out the way. They're assertive enough that I don't think I need the Black Splash here. Like, our mana just gets better. I can just play like something like that and be fine. I still don't mind the ramp card, but one could argue to cut it too. They had so many ways to kill stuff early that I'm a little nervous about just running out the stowaway. But this is like the highest upside if they don't have anything. Well, I think I'll give it one turn. I'm doing this so that next turn I can cast the Wolf and the Secrets of the Key. They legitimately don't have anything, huh? Okay. Yeah, also weird. Sometimes. Where was the concert at you went to, Techno Shaman? Was that the one Body Count was at? Because they were playing somewhere in California this weekend, I think. You were in SAC. Heck yeah, dude. I lived there for a good bit. I think we're the beatdown now, right? And we can start attacking? Yeah, we can certainly start attacking. Perfect. I like Sacramento a lot. I lived in, well, I guess it was technically Citrus Heights, but I lived in Citrus Heights for about a year and a half, and I dug it. Fair enough, fair enough. There was probably a band there I wouldn't have liked either, but I don't know why. Huge fan of Body Count. Fair enough. Yes, Ice-T's band is still around. They're great. Bye-bye. All right, back at it. It's not a bad start, is it? Sure, you can know I have a secret to the key. We'll have to shovel that back in eventually, but for now, we'll keep it down there. That's gonna have to go. So I think we Revenge of the Drowned it and then get things started. Man, I want to wait until they pop their own thing. That could be so good. How smart are they? Got him. Allow me to show you one of my favorite things about Revenge of the Drowned. So while that's on the stack and you're going to shuffle your library, let's just put that on top of it. Or on bottom. I don't care. Point is, you go from having it in play to having a chance at drawing it again. And they used a removal spell to get value instead of killing the Hunt Master. And I got 3 cards just sitting here waiting for me to get around to it. Five? Whatever. Agreed, the Wrangler was the problem. I hope they don't kill our Hunt Master, because I don't know. Dang it, Bobby. I was going to look so smart. I wanted to give it a Diregraph Rebirth, but I can't. They will learn to hate the Scob Wrangler, given the fullness of time. I don't really need to, but it does let me get 2 things in play this turn, which is pretty spicy. I guess I'll just discard these 2 flashback cards. So they got just that 1 blocker there, right? What happens if I turn everything sideways? They kill 1 of these and take 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Wait a minute. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Huh. They're just dead. Man, I'm so proud of myself for grip tiding that thing, or Revenge of the Drowning that thing in response. So good. That's been in so many Innistrad sets too, where there was an Evolving Wilds and this style effect. This one's both better and worse. You get the token, but they can choose to put it on the bottom, so you can't really lock somebody into a bad draw step. But he got something they definitely would have wanted to put on top. It's pretty nice. I don't know. How would we sideboard against it if we thought they were going to? I don't know if that makes a lot of sense to try to sideboard around. I'm trying to decide if I want the black splash still, and I think I do. Because if they're going to keep any hand disruption, it's better. And they've certainly got the removal that it would be worth buying something back, so. Ah, okay. Sorry, Harvey. I'm notoriously bad at getting jokes. Yeah, if you put a Kappa or a Semulin at the end of things, I'll get it. I wonder if they know to kill the Skabrangla now. It would appear so. Awoo! Seems like an okay turn to me. Would seem they thought so too. Is this the fastest draft ever? Like, this one seems like it's going by fast. Yeah, it wasn't even the good one. I can't keep that one. I can keep this one though. Feels weird to be tossing the Gale Drifter, but I think I'm less interested in the Gale Drifter than any of the other cards, so we gotta toss it. Presumably they got a ton of Disturb and Flashback in this deck, but that's all they've got out so far. Like, I wouldn't play this dude without a ton of it. They have to be in there. This was not a pivotal piece of our strategy. That felt like a 2-for-1. They might just be looking to cash this 2-3 in. I think we block it. Okay. Attack with the 6/6 vigilance. Maybe. Nah. They got me. You would 1/1 the 6/6 vigilance. Huh? Yeah, I don't think it would be good. We'd be basically trading it for the Outrider and they still get a counter left over. That seems bad, man. Don't want to do that. That's why we didn't. He's dead, Jim. think I still want this for starters, but the idea was we get the candle guide and eat that. And I think that's still the right call. Because I can get the werewolf bag next turn. Yes, we will be building a house. Starting a farm. They're doing a lot of mending. Got a bit of a standoff here. I will eventually catch them. It's just lifelink? I kind of don't care about that. Werewolf Pirates sounds scary, man. Yeah, I'll take a Revenge of the Drowned. Well then. That's not very nice, is it? I think I should have held that last land. Yeah, they're going to try to mill me out. Because they're very carefully making sure that they always have more cards than me going. What? Nice. Let's keep these right where they are. This deck is too good. It does not seem quite fair. To be fair, Scab Wrangler's crazy. People don't know how good it is. There's people who think they understand how good it is, but they're still wrong, because it's better than that. All right, I need a quick potty break, and then we'll take this one. I don't think we're changing much here. Wrangler good without zombie token generators? Yeah, generally speaking, because it's a piker. You're going to need to play some number of those. And if you ever get into a board stall, getting a free tap into turn is not a bad thing. Don't really need the ramp here. I do need the mana fixing, and being able to hack something out of their graveyard might be nice. Bit of an ugly opener. Got better. Yeah, like if it's a 1-2, you've got to make a lot more decisions about whether to include it in the deck or not. But as it stands, it's like, why wouldn't you just play this? I've got to dissipate. I think they've a dissipate. You got me. He had beautiful hair. That kind of sucks. Because we know they're playing 2 dissipates. There's like a 0% chance they'd ever discard one here too. So I suspect we'll eventually have to cast the Hunt Master and get dissipated, and that kind of sucks. No, they didn't, but they're holding one right now. Why wouldn't they be? That also just kind of kills it, right? So, like, there's a lot to not dig here. But we'll start with this. Okay, they've tapped out. That is good news. Still in a little bit of danger. Get a clue. Whew. So they can tap 2 of my creatures per turn now. They do not have a dissipate. That is relevant to my interests. All right, so what's actually got to go? Is it the Flyer or the Scob Wrangler? It's the Flyer right now. Kind of sucks. Yeah, that therein is the challenge. The answer is yes. I've at least got a board state, which is a start. Hello, Poppet. That's just going to loop. It doesn't actually do anything. So I need to draw one of my own Scab Wranglers and we can win. Or just pass. That works too. Then I can chew through the Tapper and the Wrangler. Yeah, this thing's a removal spell too. It's absurd. Sure, lock it down. Yep. Watch this. Card's not fair. Like, they answered it. Doesn't matter. You're still dead. They needed a candle trap, and they didn't have one. Okay, so I figured out how to be successful in Innistrad Midnight Hunt. All you need is to have someone pass you Tovalar's Huntmaster, and you're good to go. How is that a human? That guy's like 8 feet tall. I guess it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Just take your mythics. Cool. And a big thank you to my patrons. Thank you for supporting the work that I'm doing here. Paul, Jesse, Punk, Rusty Ranjit, Adrian, Hero J, Joe Keller, Jesse, Jacob, McCullough, Scott Rogers, and Fasty. I appreciate your support. If you'd like to become a patron and see your name up here in lights, as well as get access to some cool new rewards, some of which I showed off on stream today, I'll show you guys here in the next video too, as long as I remember. There's a link below to join my Patreon. Thank you so much for your support.